Hello everybody, CritCrab here with a story about rage, anger, and hurt feelings leading up to every that guy's last resort, table flipping. As much as I wish I was lying or being clickbaity or something, this actually happened. Roll post. So this happened back when I was in college. We had a long-time group going and were basically the most consistent AD&D group going at the time in a public area where new people could join. As longtime customers, we were all very popular with the comic store and we had gotten lots of people into the hobby and they would buy their stuff from the store. So we were a net gain for their business. We had several house rules. 20s were crits, 1s were fumbles, and you'd roll on the fumble chart with dropped weapon being the worst but least common result. I think it was like 1 you drop your weapon, 2 to 8 were variations of -1 to next initiative, lose an attack, -2 to next attack roll, half damage done next round, etc. Enter Joe. Joe fancied himself as the coolest guy in the room. He wasn't. All of his characters were supposed to be the most awesome at whatever they did that ever was. Which could be annoying, but hey, heroic fantasy can be about being larger than life and awesome. So we started a new campaign and everybody was informed of the house rules. The DM even had them printed out, which took less than half a page. Everybody agreed to them before gaming, so there wasn't any misunderstanding. We get to around level 7 or so and our characters are kicking ass and taking names. We were well-known heroes in the area. During some downtime, we were all hanging out at a local tavern, and Joe decided to choose this moment to finally take down an NPC rival who never really liked us once and for all. They get into a minor brawl and Joe starts to lose. This clearly has Joe the player on tilt, because Joe the Ranger was an awesome hero and there was no way he should ever lose a fight, even though he was rolling really poorly. So Ranger Joe decides to pull one of his magical axes and take a swing at his rival. 1. Fumble dice. 1. Which means he pulls the weapon and goes to swing it and then butterfingers it. This gets a chuckle out of the people at the table, and in the game people are sort of horrified because a town hero just tried to pull a deadly weapon because he was getting his butt kicked in a fist fight he started. Our characters notice the fight has started to get more serious, and not wanting to see a party member murder a dude in a fight in a town we have made as our main base, we start asking to roll initiative for the next round so we can step in and stop the murder. Next round, Joe wins initiative, and instead of pulling things back, he decides to pull his other axe and take a swing at his rival. 1. Fumble dice 1. Now this gets more of a chuckle out of the table, and our bard goes next. He decides to take advantage of the fumble and basically plays it off that Joe is joking around because there's no way a hero would butterfinger his weapon so badly without meaning to. He gets some major rolls and things start to defuse. At least, in-game. Joe the player freaks the fuck out. He slams his hands down on the table. Ranger Joe is an awesome warrior! This entire thing makes him look like a clown! Take back the fumbles. There's no way he would fumble like that. The rule is bullshit and you're a bullshit DM to have this in your game. The DM bristled at this and basically tells him to chill out. The actions stand, and that's how things worked at the table. We all agreed with it, but if after the game he wanted to talk about changing the house rule for the future, we as a group could all weigh in and decide if the rules needed to be changed. At this point, one of the owners, hearing the yelling and slamming of hands on tables, has made his way over to where the table was to see what was going on. Joe, the player, loses his mind and flips over the table, showering dice, drinks, and books everywhere. He took 2 steps towards the GM, and then suddenly found himself in an arm lock from the owner, whose part-time job was a bouncer at a local biker bar. He gets escorted out, told never to come back, and a few minutes later gets his bag and stuff tossed out to him. We all sat there for a while just blinking at what happened. I never did see Joe again, but I heard from other people that he got kicked out of another group after punching one of the other players in the face after losing a PvP fight with them. End post. As good as they can be, I think tabletop RPGs just aren't a healthy hobby for some people, especially the chronically immature. If you're wrapping your own self-image and ego up in your character that much, you need to step back and take a break. I would also, just before I go, like to point out the fact that there was a 0.0000625% chance of him rolling 4 nat 1s in a row. Not trying to call anyone a liar here, but damn those odds. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, please do leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more stories just like this one. Till next time.